Hi, my name is Maria, and I have just finished my studies in telecommunications engineering. I'm going to talk to you about my final degree project, which I have personally called Mindhacker. I'll tell you all about it and its potential benefits for society. Let's start by talking about dementia. As we all know, dementia is the progressive loss of cognitive abilities, and sadly, it is a growing problem. It is thought that in 2050, the number of cases of dementia will have almost tripled, going from 57 million in 2019 to 153 million by then. In fact, 1 out of 3 people will have Alzheimer's disease. It's been demonstrated that remedying in advance is the best way to face it, and here is where Mindhacker comes in. Mindhacker is thought to be a cognitive training application for the population, controlled by the brain itself. These type of applications are called brain-controlled interfaces, BCI, and they are a growing field. The application bases its novelty operation in neurofeedback via binaural tones and dynamic white noise. But what are exactly binaural sounds? Well, binaural sounds are stereo sounds formed by two sine waves with slightly different frequencies, and it is the difference between these waves that creates an auditory illusion in the brain with which it tends to synchronize, making it possible to hack the brain's frequency and take it to the desired one. Surprising, right? Well, there is even more. The brain has 5 bands of operation. From slower to faster, they are delta, theta, alpha, beta, and gamma. Inducing the brain to any of these bands has different benefits for the user. For example, it's been demonstrated that alpha increases creativity, theta improves sleep, and 40 Hz gamma improves quality of life of the elderly. So having control over the brain's main working frequency may be so powerful and have lots of benefits for cognition. Having said this, how does the application work? Well, as a first prototype that I've developed, we are using Mindwave Mobile 2 by NeuroSky, which is probably the most famous electroencephalogram of the world, and its use is not professional. It records the activity of the left prefrontal lobe, which offers some key information about the brain. Then we are also using earphones and a PC with Python. Once the user has correctly placed the electroencephalogram in his head, the app asks him what goal he wants to achieve, whether study or meditation. After he has chosen his goal, transmission starts. In this moment, ambient music and binaural sounds to help him synchronize his brain and reach the chosen status will start playing. If after a few minutes the user didn't reach his goal, white noise will start playing, and its intensity will depend on how good or badly the user is doing. The brain has the capacity to detect unwanted external changes due to itself and to generate the necessary electrical signals to stop this from happening, and therefore to delete noise. When the user starts doing great again, white noise will disappear. If the user is doing a good job overall, the system will reward him with time without binaural tones and noise, just ambient music. It would be great that the behavior of the application could be regulated with artificial intelligence, which could also learn from the user over time. Besides, the behavior of the system would be personalized and would depend on the evolution and capacities of each individual. Using artificial intelligence would make it possible to adapt binaural tones, exposure times, and reward times to each user, so that his evolution path is optimal. This is because everybody has their own learning rhythms and abilities, and we can't pretend to develop a system that works the same for everybody. This could become a new cognitive training method to help the population from an early age to prevent dementia and improve their mental abilities, learning how to take control over their brains and take them to wherever they want to reach their goals. Thank you so much for your time.